Hello everybody! Today we are going to talk about some basics of anatomy. I know anybody wants to study anatomy. We prefer to do some cool stylized character maybe, but in order to do so, it is essential that we understand the basics first. In ancient Greece, the sculptors were obsessed with finding the most beautiful proportions. That is why they developed this rule that an average body height is about 7.5 heads, like you can see in the Doryphoros sculpture. If we check out some popular characters, we can see they don't follow this rule, but that doesn't make them less appealing. Like for example the Hulk, that his average height is about 5 heads, and if we check out Bart, his height is about 2.25 heads, so that is a huge difference, but we all know they look awesome. And if we check out someone like, I don't know, Wolverine, that has this more superhero body type, it's about 8 heads. These examples show us that the rule of proportions serves a purpose, but maybe the character you are creating doesn't need to respect the rule to be more appealing, and that's totally fine. I mean, the thing is, first we gotta know the rule so we can properly break it. Female proportions. An average female body is about 7.5 head tall. 2 heads down the top, we find the lines of the nipple, so we can place a little bit lower the line of the rib cage. 3 heads down the top of the body, we find the belly button, and almost 4 heads down the top, just a little bit less than this, we find the pubic bone, which is a point of reference to half body. The knees are between 5 and 6 heads down the top. The ankles are 7 heads down the top, and from here to the bottom line, we can make 2 triangles for the feet. The wrists line up with the thigh in the point where the leg reaches the hip, and the elbows line up with the waist. Male proportions. Even though male and female proportions have a few variations, the average height is still 7.5 head. The main points like the nipples, the belly button, the knees and the ankles are exactly the same as in female, but in males we can find that the arms tend to be a little bit longer and the hips and the pubic bone a little bit lower. In comparison, they have some inverse points. Men have wider shoulders and waist, but a narrower hip. Understanding these basic proportions make it so much easier to draw a body that is not made out of sticks. I really hope you enjoyed this tiny lesson. For the next one, we are going to talk about muscles and fat. So stay tuned until next week.